here. First time ever on Q, and a one-time only value. And here we go. I'm going to let you do the stacking on these after I introduce these and have some fun with them. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. The price on this goes away at the end of the hour, not the end of the day, not the end of the weekend. The end of the hour says hello and it says goodbye. This is an Etruscan style. We'll dive into what that means, pre-Roman era inspiration, for $119 with a lot of gemstone. That's $119 for over a carat of pink tourmaline, almost a carat and a half of tanzanite, and almost 3 carats of blue zircon. That is not the size, that is actually the density that creates
the density of that stone.
Look at that, pink tourmaline. Last call already.
But
I
know that this happens with these rings. Everyone should know up front, I don't do tremendous quantities because I'm really concentrating on the stones. I build a home for the stones.
This is rocking, 600 total to go around. Unbelievable. Okay, that's the pink tourmaline. I'm taking it to her. So it's a
stunning.
It's an eternity band, eternity ring, if you will. But now, could you take this and stack this if people wanted to do that? Is that what you were talking about earlier?
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to give it to you. Take it out of our shot.
All right.
And I'll give it to you and allow you to do the honors, if you would.
Here's what I'm going to do. I'll put on. What size is this?
I'm not sure.
It's not my size.
Okay. You've got them. Okay, Luann stacked.
Does she have them?
I just said Luann is stacked, but it's probably not a good thing for me to say on live TV. But as Luann is into rings, she's ready to go. Okay, fine. Good. All right, stop it.
Thank you, Luann.
Here comes Luann. And take a look. Please do the honors, Dallas.
So they nest together in the most unusual way.
Wow.
They'll start to staircase around. But another thing that I love, and I got this idea literally from my own customers, is to, those of you who have a solitaire ring or a diamond band and you want to jacket that with something unusual, do it with these.
These are incredible.
I love it that they stack like this.
That is under $250 for 2 of them. Normally would be more, and if you get it from her site or anything like it, you'd be paying more because you do a lot of work in gold as well.
I do.
Right? So this is done in sterling silver, and yet the gemstone story is there. Why did you pick these gemstones?
Because I wanted 3 exotics in this band ring. You know, more often than not, it's not always about whether or not I can change pricing or anything like that. I'm going for what is collectible, what means something. And these 3 gemstones have tenure in our industry. The tanzanite, still beloved and collected. Pink tourmaline, you can't get it that often because we're trying to match 6 stones. It's difficult to do in the tourmaline family. Blue zircon. Now, blue zircon is as diamond-like as it can get, and I do have a blue diamond that is exactly this color. Now, I can't always say that about blue zircon, that it's going to match something I have, but what I will tell you is this. Blue zircon is the most diamond-like natural gemstone that we have in our industry. So I used it for that reason. You have 3 options here that are outstanding.
Well, let's call it 2.5. Let's call it 2 1/4.
Oh, okay.
There's a dozen remaining in the pink tourmaline.
Oh my goodness.
And then it's gone. A few more of that in that blue zircon that you were just mentioning. I'll take it back off again so that you can see the eternity style of this ring. But along with that, tell me about the Etruscan story, because this is not a traditional band ring. There's beadwork on top and bottom. These are oval stones. And what did you choose to create in between each and every one of these stones?
So there's a Maltese cross in between, and then it alternates with a fleur-de-lis. I use both of those things as details along with hearts and crosses in all of my designs. So you're going to see some things in a little more inventive way. This has an elongated look because I went with an elongated oval, and I didn't get to do that before. This is so different for this Etruscan look and so, in my opinion, elegant.
And they're all, by the way, the same price. So tanzanite, this one single sort stone from the foothills of Mount Kilimanjaro, discovered in 1967 by Manuel de Souza, who was looking for other stones and discovered something and took it, and it was then discovered to be blue zoisite, not a great romantic name, renamed then tanzanite. Became the gemstone of the 20th century. It's now here in this one ring, in the single source stone that you can pick up for 5 CMs of $24. This, by the way, is a pick up and try on. There's a 30-day return policy. The comfort is here as well, and you buy to size on this as well. Normally we're a size 7, you're good here.
You buy to size, and it is a little forgiving even. you know, I do have that knuckle problem with my hands, and I'm always trying to make sure that I have the comfort level there. You'll find that in this one. It doesn't matter the finger you choose. Get your size, the size you currently want.
A debut show. She's never been on Q before. How's it feel to be on QVC, by the way?
Well, right now it's feeling pretty good.
Pretty good? Yeah?
Well, I'm just so excited about all of it. You know, I am trying to be eloquent, and yet I think I'm not handling it well because I want to talk about everything so much and get it all in there.
Well, your passion comes through, and that's what people are hearing. They're hearing the passion, and they're hearing that you are all in and have been. You are the designer. You're not the hired supermodel who comes on to represent the product. You've been designing. The pink tourmaline is completely sold out, everybody. This is brand new. 200 each of the other two. It's a one-time only value. Price goes up at the end of the show, not the end of the day. So J438393. If it's in your cart, check it out. This is real gemstones, real designer jewelry. When you talk about real gems, real design, true originality, you usually don't go $120. Right?
No,
That's
don't.
usually not said in the same sentence, right? Usually 4 figures, not 3 figures. So it's beautiful. And again, this vintage with an edge story is prominent here, isn't it? Truly,
It is
medieval almost.
for several reasons. And I like it that you use that word.
Did you?
Because
I just
early
came up
on,
with that. We didn't talk about that.
because not many people go in that direction, you know,
Very
talking about
cool.
medieval.
Yeah.
But I did. I had one of my first collections was Gothic romance, and that's where all this beading came from.
Yeah.
And doing elongated designs and using crosses and fleur-de-lis as they were added, they were always a bit different. Not a typical Maltese cross, but you know, one that had that elongation to it. So I have found ways of being vintage with an edge without changing my aesthetic too much along the way.
This is going to be, in terms of tanzanite, 1 carat, 36 points. Tourmaline sold out. Blue zircon, almost 3 carats, 2 carats, 88 points. There's Luann. Now back to wearability, right?
Yes.
Someone wants to wear this to church. Someone's wearing it on a vacation, right? You have to not only love the way it looks, you have to wear it, and it has to be comfortable.
And do you know, well, I'll give you a little thing about the award ceremonies and all of that, and winning awards in the jewelry industry. Do you know that wearability is a factor? You are judged on wearability these days in all of the awards. Yeah.
So it's like the gymnastics, like, right? That you have to be, it's not just the speed. You have to be like, it's the form as well. So there's different ways of loving it. I love that. Well, and as it should be, right?
Well,
as it should be. You look at some of these couture gowns, you're like, where's somebody going to actually wear that?
Exactly. Right? And for all of us, we are looking for that fit first. Fit first.
Getting limited now in the tourmaline. 150 of each now, the blue zircon and that tanzanite. Tourmaline sold out. Still to come. Okay, big and bold. One fantastic gemstone.